So yesterday I put out a tweet on Instagram that a lot of people seem to respond to, and the tweet pretty much was, don't ruin having a foot in the door by trying to push your whole body through the door. And I think that's something that's really important to discuss with a lot of people, not even just creatives, but just in life, because I think sometimes when we get opportunities in life, we're just so excited, we're so ready to go, and we put so much on this one opportunity. And in us doing that, we just overanalyze every aspect of that opportunity. We try to make sure we do every single thing about that opportunity, or every single thing that is involved in that opportunity, right? Even if there's things that's none of our business in the opportunity, we overanalyze. And sometimes we even just do too much. We try to just bring other people into the opportunity with us. It's just like, yeah, when I get this, I'm gonna bring all of y'all in here. It's just like, let's just get one person in here first. You know what I'm saying? Let's just get you in here. Let's just get you situated and then figure it out. And I think that's just one of the biggest ways that you can fumble so many opportunities. And I've been the victim of that before. Like, again, just having that anxiousness, that anxiety of really just, like I said, putting it all at stake on this one opportunity. And it sort of reminds me of even like the creative process. If you're a photographer and you edit your own photos, you know that in Photoshop, the saying goes, you don't want to depend on one layer to make your whole photo. If you're editing a photo, you may do your typical editing, which is like your brightness, lifting your shadows, your highlights, all that stuff. But then you get deeper into it. So you may start doing, your dodge and burning and your color overlays and your curves adjustments layers and your selective colors. And you may apply some LUTs and all of these different things. And before you know it, you have 5, 10, 20, 30 layers on this photo. And even as you go through it, you can click some of them on and off and you see the difference that they're making. Some may make the photo better, some may make the photo worse, but there's never one layer that's going to do it. And I think it's important for us to remember that in life. There's not, even though sometimes it can seem like it, there's never going to be that one opportunity that changes your whole life. It's usually a culmination of multiple steps that led up to that. Even if, this is the opportunity for me, if you're a photographer and it's like, yo, I got this huge gig to shoot for Harper's Bazaar or whatever the case may be. You may have got an email from someone saying, hey, we love your work and whatever. But if you take a step back and reflect, you'll be like, wow, like this came from me posting stuff on Instagram, which came from me studying photography and taking more photos and taking pictures of this person and them sharing it with this person and them sharing it with that person and me being interested in it in the first place and finding that one teacher who really showed me the fundamentals. And as you think about it, all these little things will pop up that's like, oh, these were all steps in that process. And I think when you look at opportunities in that way, sort of when you like reverse engineer them, it gives you the opportunity to understand how much work you put into getting where you are at this point, and it can in a sense help relieve some of that tension, some of that pressure of just wanting this one opportunity to be, to make or break you, because it really won't, even though it seems like it isn't. And again, I just think that's a lot of things. That's one of the main things that young people, such as myself, can deal with. Not even just young people, older people can deal with this too, especially people who come from poverty and, you're just dealing with, this opportunity may be the thing that, brings money into your household or just brings wealth to your family and all of these different things. There's a lot of pressures that people are feeling, wanting to be the first one to, bring their family into wealth and all of these other things. And it's like, bruh, as real as that is, you can't lead with that. You can't go into every opportunity making that the one that's going to do it. Because again, you start to talk weird. You start to ask too many questions. You're like, well, what about this? What about that? And it's like, bruh, like, chill. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how about we just get your foot in the door? How about we just see how you like it? You may not even like the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? It may not even be the one for you. It may be something that shows you, you know what? I sort of want to go in a different direction. I don't really want to do this particular thing. But again, if you're just in your mind, just playing this thing up, then before you know it, you're waist deep in it and it's not even really what you want, you know what I'm saying? Or you're just overlooking sometimes you may start overlooking red flags because you're just looking at it as something that's gonna rescue you, something that's gonna save you from whatever it is. And it's like, usually I think there's just so many other things. I think sometimes in life, when we're looking for one thing to do it for us, there's usually a few other things that we can focus on that'll help make our lives easier. I think, even with myself, I usually, whenever I start to get a little bit too anxious, I usually start looking around me and seeing what other small things in my life am I not paying attention to? What other small things can I take care of that would help make my life easier? And it's sort of, again, these are all just different ways that you can relieve some of that tension and some of that pressure off of any given opportunity. And again, this isn't to say that some opportunities aren't big. There are big opportunities that you definitely need to nurture and take step by step and make sure you're being careful and getting advice and getting help to guide you through it. But that's not every opportunity. And even still, you'll be more likely to treat that opportunity with the respect that it's owed if you don't have that extra pressure on you from just trying to make it serve all of these other purposes versus just being the opportunity that's in front of you right now to help you get one step further.